Everyone, welcome back to English class. Dear students, today we are going to start and complete a poem, and the name of the poem is The Duck and the Kangaroo from the book Honeydew, and you could find this poem on page number 97. This poem is written, composed by Edward Lear, and who was an English artist, illustrator, musician, author, and poet. He is best known for his literary nonsense in poetry and prose, especially his limericks, a film he popularized. So he also written this poem, and this poem elaborates the desire of a duck confined within the limits of the pond to go beyond and travel the world like the kangaroo did. The duck requests the kangaroo to take it on a trip and find a solution to the problems which the kangaroo would face. So let's talk about. In the beginning, a small introduction is given. So, two friends, the duck and the kangaroo, are about to set out on a long pleasure trip. The kangaroo, though happy to carry the duck all the way on the tip of his tail, is wary of her wet feet. What will the duck do to make the kangaroo feel comfortable over land and sea? Let us find out how they go about it. Here you can see the duck and the kangaroo and how they will go and how will they enjoy. So in the poem we are going to read about this. So let's start with the first stanza. First of all, I'm going to read out the stanza for you. So listen carefully and look at your books. Said the duck to the kangaroo, "Good gracious, how you hop over the fields and the water too, as if you never would stop. My life is a bore in this nasty pond, and I long to go out in the world beyond. I wish I could hop like you," said the duck to the kangaroo. So here, nasty means unpleasant or bad. So the duck is awestruck to see the movement of the kangaroo. It expressed that the kangaroo could hop continuously over the fields and water bodies. It could jump here and there, right? Either it is field or water pond. So the duck's life was boring as it has to remain in the pond all the time. It wished to see the world beyond the limits of the pond. As it is written, my life is a bore in this nasty pond. Okay, so the duck got bored in the pond because, and I belonged to go out in the world beyond. It was wishing, right? So it wished to see the world outside the limit of the pond. So it wishes that it could also jump like the kangaroo. So I wish I could hop like you, said the duck to the kangaroo. So it was the request and it was the wish of the duck that it wanted to go beyond the pond. Next stanza. "Please give me a ride on your back," said the duck to the kangaroo. "I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack the whole of the long day through, and we would go to the Dee and the Jelly Bow Lee, over the land and over the sea. Please take me on a ride, oh do," said the duck to the kangaroo. So here in this stanza, the duck is requesting the kangaroo for a ride. So quack is the word which is a sound made by the duck. So the duck requests the kangaroo to give it a ride on its back, and it is also promising that I would sit quite still and say nothing but quack. Means besides quack it will not say anything else, and it will sit quiet and would just quack all day. The duck lists the places that they would visit as Dee and Jelly Bolly. It adds that they would jump over the land and the sea. Here you can see these are the names of the places where it wants to go, and over the land and over the sea means it wanted the ride over the land and over the sea also. Again, the duck is requesting that please take me on a ride, said the duck to the kangaroo. In this stanza, the duck is requesting to kangaroo, so please give me a ride on your back. Stanza 3. Said the kangaroo to the duck, "This requires a little reflection. Perhaps on the whole it might bring me luck, and there seems but one objection. which is, if you will let me speak so bold, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, and would probably give me the rheumatism, said the kangaroo. So, in this stanza, now the kangaroo is showing the problems. Okay, the kangaroo is explaining the problems which it might be faced during the ride. So, here is the word reflection, which means thought, wandering, and rheumatism. Rheumatism, it is a disease of rheumatism in which one got pain in the joints. So the kangaroo replied that it had to think over it. Right, this requires a little reflection, means it requires a thought process for me. I wanted to think about it, because on the whole it might bring me luck, might be it will be my luck that I would go there, but the idea could be good for him, but he had an objection. There seems but one objection, but he was saying that one objection is there. If you will let me speak so bold, if you will permit me, then I could speak, right? So give me permission that I could speak the problem. Like, your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold, as duck remains in the water all the time. So your duck's feet, right, are wet, and cold feet could give it body pains. And it is saying your feet are unpleasantly wet and cold and would probably give me the rheumatism, said the kangaroo. So according to the kangaroo, your wet and cold feet could give me rheumatism, give me disease. So I wanted to think again on this proposal. Right. So in this next stanza, said the duck, as I sat on the rocks, I have thought over that completely. And I bought 4 pairs of worsted socks, which fit my web feet neatly. And to keep out the cold, I have bought a clock, and every day a cigar I will smoke, all to follow my own dear true love of a kangaroo. Right. So in this stanza, the duck has the solution of all the problems. Right. So what is she saying? See, here is the word worsted socks, which means the socks which are prepared with the help of yarn. Right. So woolen socks, and clock means a shrug, a long shrug, and everybody knows cigar. So these are the three solutions. So the duck said that as it sat on the rocks during the day, it had thought over it. Means it had planned all the things. In order to avoid that, the duck had bought 4 pairs of woolen socks which fitted its web. Okay, so it will cover its web so that it will not give the uh, cold feeling to kangaroo. Shaped feet well, and in order to stay warm it would wear a shrug and also smoke a cigar every day. The duck would do all this to protect the kangaroo as it was a beloved. Right. So also duck found the solutions. Right. First of all, it would brought 4 pairs of socks, so it could fit its on the feet well, or shaped of feet of the woolen socks. And again, another thing is the shrug. Right, it brought shrug for it. And another one is it will bring some cigar meat, it will smoke a cigar each day. Right, one day one cigar, so that it could keep its body warm. And it is not anything else, it is just the love for the kangaroo, because it also wanted to protect the kangaroo from the rheumatism. Next, said the kangaroo, I'm ready, all in the moonlight pale. But to balance me well, dear duck, sit steady and quiet at the end of my tail. So away they went with a hop and a bound, and they hopped the whole world 3 times round. And who so happy, oh who, as the duck and the kangaroo? So, as in firstly, duck showed his wish, means it wanted to go beyond the pond. And next, kangaroo has shown some problem. Then also, duck had the solutions, and now they both are ready. Right. So the kangaroo was satisfied with the duck's response and got ready for the ride. So now the kangaroo was ready to go to the ride with the duck. So at night, when the sky was filled with the pale light of the moon, they started their trip with a hop, with a jump. Right, the kangaroo asked the duck to hold it firmly, and they traveled around the world 3 times. Here you can see, and quite at the end of my tail. In the picture, it is also given that the duck is sitting on the end of the tail of kangaroo, right? So it told kangaroo told the duck to sit there, and obviously they started their journey and they took 3 rounds around the world, right? How many times they just round the world? 3 times, right? So the kangaroo asked the duck to hold it firmly, and they traveled around the world 3 times. Both of them enjoyed each other's company. And who so happy? Oh, who? As the duck and the kangaroo. Obviously, who would be the most happiest from them? Both are the happy one, right? As the duck and the kangaroo, both were happy because they both have enjoyed their each other's company. So I hope you also have enjoyed this beautiful poem. Thank you.